Alright, so tell me, you've been with the Fab Labs for how long?
For about 6 weeks now.
6 weeks, alright, and what's your impression so far?
It's a fascinating place to work, for just to see what people make in the labs, and just being involved in something like this, having the chance to be involved with something like this.
Mm-hmm. How do you see this as, because there's been all this talk about redefining, doing a new industrial revolution and figuring out, doing this peer-to-peer thing. How do you think this is realistically changing things?
Well, I see this perhaps in places like Africa and India where there was a Fab Labs, so these places could skip the Western industrial processes altogether. Start off with the peer-to-peer network, peer-to-peer way of making things. Mm-hmm. And also in the West, where we want to have things customized more and more, and really make whatever we feel like making, or it's the act of making that makes it special for us, even in here, because it's just becoming too easy to shop for just about anything. You can order anything online, but there's no.
So it's a bit of a techno fetishism in a way.
In the West, in a way, but also I can see they don't have a Fab Lab in Finland where I'm from, so.
I know some people who are setting up a hackerspace in Helsinki.
Yeah. But they don't have there's no Fab Lab. I think in Finnish people see it in kind of different ways. In there, it has to come from the industry more, whereas the hackerspace is more a grassroots, bottom-up thing. I don't know, Finsa is kind of peculiar that way. So authority should. Sorry, I'm not making sense.
No, you're making perfect sense. It's people are so used to getting things from the stores that they've been completely removed from the context of being able to make them themselves.
Yeah, and many people don't remember how it is to make things. But I think I'm in a kind of a different position, because in my family, my dad could make anything electrical or fix anything electronics. My mom could make pretty much anything else, from clothes to puppets to food and whatever. Yeah. So in my family it was kind of different. I was raised up with the DIY mentality pretty much. Yeah. And in that sense I feel like for people like my sister and me and my brother who are into making by genetics or whatever upbringing, it's really nice to have what would be perfect to have these places more and more.
Well, that's actually an interesting point. I mean, your background is bioinformatics.
Yeah.
So have you noticed the DIY biotech group at all? Or?
Not in Finland yet, because it seems like in the Finnish universities, people who study biochemistry and biology, it's really hard to get into.
No, I'm thinking this in the Fab Lab context, whether you could envision yourself doing any biohacking in the Fab Labs. Because
potentially, but
because they don't currently have chemistry labs. I've always seen that as a failing, that you should have a chemistry lab. But do you think that would be something that would be fun to add?
To explore the DIY bio stuff as well. Yeah, why not? Although, the lab stuff I was making, it just seems so complex. It's hard to even start off. Start off if you don't have the background, and even if you do have the background with the biological theory and all of that.
But isn't it often just a question of taking a complex process and simplifying it and removing all the frills?
Yeah.
I mean, I heard of this girl in the US who came up with closet PCRs. PCR tests that you could do in a closet.
Yeah.
Because it needed darkness and needed some certain environmental properties.
You need the temperature up and down, up and down.
But I mean, if you can figure out how to simplify the process enough, why not?
Yeah. I think I can remember I'm cloning my own DNA, and that didn't involve that much more than making a swap of your whatever cells.
Yeah.
and then use a couple of chemicals. I don't remember what those were. I think I still have the note somewhere.
Yeah.
But it's probably something you could quite easily get. It wasn't industrial strength anything or anything dangerous, I think. Then just use a couple of temperature and then chemicals, and it shouldn't be too hard to clone your DNA.
Yeah. Right.
And also, I think TED Talks at somewhere. I saw a biological testing lab being made, so you could test stuff on a piece of paper.
Yeah.
And that's quite interesting, and it's low cost. The whole intention was that you can print the tests on a piece of paper, and then you could use that for testing.
Was this microfluidic bubble logic? Or
quite sure it was one of the newest TED Talks, I think.
Yeah, okay. It might also have been some chemical process on the paper or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So like basically also printing things on paper and then using that for.
Alright. So yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
See you in Groningen.
Yeah, I'm on my way there.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, really. Do we share a car or something?
Well,